Big up to everyone, lovely family and lovely friends out there, wherever you're watching Awini Unity platform from. Thank you so much, and we do really appreciate your time for always staying here with us at Awini Unity platform. Today is Saturday, 10th August 2024. Remaining 26 days for Ghana to host Angola African Cup of Nations qualifiers September 5th in Kumasi Baba Yara Sports Stadium. So probably maybe a week to 2 weeks, Otto Addo gonna name the squad. So for that reason, we have 10 wingers that we're gonna be discussing here, sharing with you, who can able to make it Otto Addo squad list. 10 wingers we're gonna be sharing with you right here. And also 2 Ghanaian players make their first debut in their club side today. We're gonna look how their performance and how things really go with them for their first debut in their new clubs. These are some of the things we'll be sharing with you right here at Awini Unity platform. So very quick one. Let's start from Ghanaian players. Joseph Pencil is one of the players I'm going to be talking about right here in the wingers. Last night, Joseph Pencil played full 90 minutes for his team in US, the MLS, but fortunately they lost by 3-1. But Joseph Pencil put a very good performance. I'll be coming back talking about him, his performance in the MLS right there. Also, another Ghanaian player who make his first debut today is Asante. Thomas Asante make his first debut for Kovacic, but they lost to Stoke City by 1-0. So he came on second half, I think 60 something minutes, but they lost today. It didn't go well for them. But fortunately, his team that he used to play, that is West Bromwich Albion. West Bromwich, they won their game by 3-1, and the striker that replaced him actually scored hat-trick there, Nigeria. You can see him. I enjoyed this game. I've never seen a game that everybody, even referees and everybody, went on congratulating the player. Okay, very good performance. I was watching this game. I changed this game a little bit and watched Norwich City as well. But this Nigerian striker, oh my goodness, the guy today is, my goodness, he put very good performance right there, scoring hat-trick for West Bromwich Albion, helping them winning, I think 3-1. This player you are seeing on your screen, yeah, he's Nigeria player. And second Ghanaian player that also make his first debut, who signed for the team yesterday, that is Fosun Amankwa. Yes, he make his first debut for Norwich City today. It didn't go well for them. They flashed them 2-0, but he put a very good performance. If you see the way he was performing, to be honest, a very good to watch. And his first debut, he was signed for Norwich City yesterday, and he have to play today. He have no option. So we are wishing these teams and these players all the best for their next games right there. Like I said, for Sinamankwa, it didn't go well for him with the Norwich City, but his guest opening game, so they have a big chance to bounce back for their next game. So now we'll get start from Fosun Amankwa. Is among of the players that I'm about to share with you here, the 10 wingers. But Fosun Amankwa is not a typical winger. He's normally a midfielder, but he's a player that he can also play for the wings sometimes. That is the main reason why I add him to the wingers, because I do not really want to. There is a lot of new players that are doing very well playing for the wings, but I don't think that Otto Addo will willing to bring a player that you have to switch nationality and all that. So I'm not going to be talking about player that you have to switch nationality. I'm talking about player that if Otto Addo pick phone call, the player will be coming. It's not a paperwork and all stuff like that. So for Sinamankwa, I add him for the wingers. For the left wing, I have 5 players, and the right wing, I have 5 players. So let's start from, like I said, for Sinamankwa. another young, great player. Otto Addo can decide to call him as a right wing player. He's very good. He can play for the both sides, right wing or center midfield or the number 10. He's good for those positions. Which I think is not a bad for Otto Addo to call him. I feel like he's a very, very good young player right there. When we also move to another player is Osman Bukari. Osman Bukari is also a very good winger. Moved to MLS. He's also doing very, very well. With I'm not going to be surprised if he make up Otto Addo squad list, because when you check off this season so far, the ball that is playing in the MLS, not quite, he moved there not quite long, some few matches, but we all know what Osman Bukari can do when it comes to playing for the wing side. Apart from the games that he didn't perform very well when Ghana went to the African Cup of Nations. But even if you want to talk about the African Cup of Nations, he was not the only player even did not really perform. It was not meant to, like, the African Cup of Nations wasn't good for Ghana at all. So we cannot blame one individual player right there. So I think he is a better option for Otto Addo, and I will not be surprised if he end up making the squad. So that is the second player. We're moving to another player, that is Ernest Norma. Yes, Ernest Norma. We all know, I don't think that Otto Addo will name his squad without Ernest Norma. But I think, I don't know if he have been playing for some time now, since the preseason that is ongoing. They're going to play, I think, later today with Lyon with Arsenal. I think today or tomorrow, something like that. I don't know whether he's going to get a chance to play today, but Ernest Norma is very talented, a young player, which I will not be surprised for him making the squad. These are the players that I feel like Otto Addo would definitely invite. It depends how things goes. You can't predict Otto Addo call up sometimes. So another player I'm going to be talking about is Fatau Isahako. Fatau Isahako. We all know Fatau Isahako is one of the talented youngster who now signed permanent for Leicester City, looking up for the Premier League to kick off just next week, for him to show what he can do or what he has been doing in the championship right there, which I feel like Otto Addo gonna have headache, to be honest. Before Giuseppe Pense was injured, he didn't make it on the Otto Addo call-up, the World Cup qualifiers. Now, Giuseppe Pense is, when we are talking about all these wingers, I will say Giuseppe Pense is one of the players that are in form. Most of the players are playing pre-season matches, but Giuseppe Pense is playing for the MLS League. And I will come into that. So now, Fatau Isahako, obviously I believe that Otto Addo have some kind of belief for Fatau Isahako. You remember when Otto Addo first time in Ghana Black Stars, he always invite Fatau Isahako, and the guy is good. Now, we are moving to Kamaldeen Sulemana. Kamaldeen Sulemana, I would say maybe he will be the only player that maybe I will be a little bit surprised if maybe probably he end up making Otto Addo squad. And my reason is Kamaldeen Sulemana is a very a great player. And when you check the game with Central African Republic in Kumasi, the performance the guy put there. But one thing that disturbing this guy is injuries. Last season in the championship side, that is some of the things that disturb him. And this season, they're about to start the season. Guess they will, like I said earlier on, English Premier League will kick off just Friday, Saturday, and when the Kamaldeen Sulemana was in the preseason, he got injury, and the coach said he will miss their first opening game, I think against Newcastle United. Let me get that very quick for you, so I won't miss lead you some certain things here, or I won't miss giving you information here in terms of let me give you that very quick one. The Premier League, who Southampton gonna be? I think that maybe it have to be Newcastle United. Yes, exactly, I got it right. They're gonna kick off with Southampton. I mean with Newcastle United. Yes, Southampton gonna kick off their Premier League campaign with Newcastle United, and Kamaldeen Sulemana will not be in action on that game. Maybe their next game, I don't know who will be their next game. Their next game will be with Nottingham Forest, and that will be 24th of August with Nottingham Forest. I don't know, maybe that time Kamaldeen Sulemana will return back or not. So for now, he's the only player I feel like maybe, I don't know how the injury situation gonna go from now to then. So yeah, that's the only player I'm having a little bit doubt. So now we are moving to who? We are moving now to this youngster Ibrahim Usman, another young talented player. He can play for the wing. He can also play as a striker as well, but I'm using him as a wing right here. He moved to England, Brighton, and he is also looking up for their new season, and Brighton will kick off with Everton. Brighton will go away to play with Everton, and he's one of the players that I'm expecting that maybe he will probably get a call up. But like I said, Otto Addo gonna get a lot of headache, because all these players, who are you gonna pick and who are you gonna drop? All these players, they are very good. All of these 10 wingers I'm talking about right here, any of them, if they have a chance, they will definitely deliver. So who are you gonna pick right now? Now, when we move from Ibrahim Usman, we are talking about Giselle Pencil right now. Giselle Pencil the last time wasn't in the squad, like I said earlier on. But when you look at Giselle Pencil's performance in the MLS, oh my goodness, 20 games. I do not need to even go and check on phone. 20 games, 8 goals, 7 assists. 20 games, 8 goals, 7 assists as a winger. But it is like the club, they are using him as number 9, because most of the time he's the one always leading the attack right there. So I will not be surprised. I'm not surprised for him getting that goals. And not guess about that, he's putting a very good performance, Giselle Pencil, and he's one of the player that without injury, it will be a player that if he doesn't make Black Stars squad, I'll be a big surprise if Giselle Pencil didn't make the squad. And I believe that Giselle Pencil will definitely make it. I'm just saying it right here at the Awini Unity platform. Otto Addo know the player that is the best for him. So at the end of the day, if you end up calling any player, like I always say, I will give my full 100% support as a proud Ghanaian. So from Giselle Pencil, we are going to Jordan Ayew. I don't know this time around, like Jordan Ayew said that he's more comfortable playing as a striker than the winger or something like that. So I don't know, Otto Addo will prefer to add him as a striker, or maybe he's going to be adding him as a winger. A time will tell. But Jordan Ayew is a player that I'm looking forward that he will definitely make Otto Addo squad. Looking at his performance of the 2 games on the World Cup qualifiers, and even though when you check the preseason that Crystal Palace is going out there, Jordan Ayew with Jesus Slop, I wish Jesus Slop should have even also invite back to Ghana Black Stars, because when you look at the performance of Jesus Slop can even play for Ghana, the left back. Slop can play for the left back for Ghana, and he has strength. But like I said, I'm not going to be talking about players that we need to talk or they need to talk so much to bring that player on board. No, let's focus for players that are available when they call them. There is no any issues. So that is 8 players I give you. So now another player, the number 9 player I'm going to talk about is Ramford Collins Dofa, or how a lot of people also call it, Ramford Yeboah. This young man is on form. They just sat German Bundesliga last week, and this guy got a base there, scoring 2 goals for his team, helping them winning away. And I think today or tomorrow I have to check that they are going to play again, and he will be the starting lineup. Another young talented player, which if I would not be surprised if he end up making Ghana Black Stars squad. I will not be surprised, because for me, I have time watching much of all the matches when I'm home. If I'm not home and I'm here in the studio, most of the time I spend time here in the studio. Personally, weekend like this, I spend time in the studio watching where Ghanaian players are playing, and I watch this little bit, go this, watch little bit, and I watch that game. And if you see that guy performance, oh my, oh my. So I will not be surprised if this young man end up making Otto Addo squad. Why? Because they even know each other better. Otto Addo with him, and they both speak Dutch as well. So I will not be surprised. Another player that I will be happy to see Otto Addo to invite him. That is my last player on this video so far. That is Ibrahim Sadiq. A lot of people will be wondering why Awini Unity platform always talking about this player. Me, as you see me, so I am very, very proud Ghanaian. I am very, very proud of us, a Ghanaian. Some time ago, someone was asking me, one of my Spanish friends was asking me that, so if Ghana and Spain is going to play a crucial game, who am I going to support? And I say, this guy, what are you talking about? There are some questions you don't ask people. I live in Spain doesn't mean that I should neglect my country and support Spain. Hell no. Spain is an amazing country, and this is the country that I live. This is the country that I know almost everything, even more than Ghana. Even Ghana money, I do not know Ghana money like that. I don't know a lot of things so much in Ghana like that. But here, I can say I know much more things, because I would say I spent almost my life in so many things. I understand many things much more better here than even Ghana. That is the honest truth. So that do not mean that if Ghana is playing against Spain, if you are talking about Spain playing against different countries, yes, but not Ghana. Hey, my Ghana. Omo, like Nigeria people will say. So the moment I'm talking about a player, meaning the player have some quality in him, then I knew very well that this player will contribute to Ghana football. This player will help Ghana get somewhere we all want. That is the reason why they're going to play later today. Okay, Ibrahim Sadiq and some of the Ghanaian young players that I spoke about the last video, this video right here, they're going to be playing today, later today. I'll be watching that game, and I will come and give you guys their performance on that game later today. So he's the player that I say, okay, fine. If maybe Kamaldeen Sulemana will not make it due to injury, replace with Sadiq. Someone will ask me that, okay, now someone will ask me, okay, if you was to be coach and you have to choose these wingers, who will you choose? Who will you pick out of these 10 players? I'm also asking you, I'm putting these players, these 10 players right here. If you have to pick maybe some wingers there and drop some players, who will you pick? That is where you're going to find out that it is not easy. The coaches to make selection, sometimes it doesn't come easy. So for me being here, this is even giving me a headache. Who to pick and who to leave right now. So if I have to pick, I will go for Joseph Benson, number 1. I will go for Jordan Ayew, number 2. I will go for Ernest Noma, number 3. I will go for Fatau Isahako, number 4. I will go for Osman Bukari, number 5. I will go for Ibrahim Sadiq, number, how many players I call now? I think I call 5 players. Yes, Ibrahim Sadiq, number 6. And maybe I will only drop 2 players for now. And what is these 2 players? I will drop Kamaldeen Sulemana. I will drop Fosina Mankwa. I will drop Ramford Yabua. These are the 3 players I will be dropping. This 10, if you ask me to pick 7 and drop 3, these are the 3 I will be dropping. Fosina Mankwa, because he's actually is not even typical winger, but normally sometimes if it comes critically you can use him there. That is why I add him. So I will drop him out. I will drop Ramford Yabua out. I will drop Kamaldeen Suleiman out due to the injury that he have. I will drop these players out, and that is the players that I will keep. Joseph Pencil, Jordan Ayew, Fatau Isahako, Ernest Noma, Ibrahim Osman, Osman Bukari, and another Ibrahim Sadiq. These are the players. If I was to be Otto Addo, these are the wingers I would choose. Who will you pick if you have to be a Ghana Black Stars coach? The day that is where you're going to notice that it is not easy. These coaches, they does sometimes we normally say now it is easier to be a coach. It is easy. It is not easy to be a coach nowadays. Why? Because everybody know football and everybody know where the player plays. But those days there was not like an internet, so if you call any player there will not be too much talk because you don't know where the player is coming from. It is only the coach going around trying to scout the players. But now this modern world, you can sit down in your room to talk about this player is performing here. That is where the challenges is coming for the coaches now. So the way we always say now it is easier to be coach, now what it is very difficult to be coach. Why? Because I'm here talking about these players. Some of my brothers out there, they are talking about these players. Other people are talking about some different players. This one is talking about different people because we all seeing how the players are performing out there. So when you don't call that player, another person will come out and talk about because we have seen their performance. But back of the days when internet wasn't there, let's say from even 2006 there was an internet, but not like that. How many people was talking about stuff on social media? How many people? So when you invite a player, it is only radio station and other people will talk about it a little bit. So that time I think coaches get it much more easier than now, to my personal opinion. So yeah, this is the things I have to share with you. The wingers, I believe that they are doing very well, but it is up to Otto Addo to make a decision. This 10 player who he will be invited for Ghana Black Stars, and we're gonna give our support as a Awini Unity platform team. Any squad that come out will give our support 100%. Thank you so much for always staying here with us at Awini Unity platform. Enjoy your Saturday. One love.